Welcome to CodeCon. Today I'm going to discuss a medium level SQL question, and it will be very informative and interesting for you. In this particular question, we are given with two tables. One is the employee table, another is the designation table. So in the designation table, we are having the designation order and the designation, particularly like the designations. Okay, so it is in the hierarchical order, and also in the employee table, we are having the employees who are given with a particular designation. In this particular question, we are asked to find the name of those employees who were only promoted and never demoted. So if you consider employee A, he joined as a clerk and then he was again promoted as an agent. As you can see, was the designation is clerk, and the two is it is agent. So he joined as a clerk, then he was promoted to agent, and again he was demoted to clerk. So we are going to exclude this employee A. Moving to employee B, we see is that he joined as an agent, which is in the designation 2. Then he was promoted to assistant manager, which is in the designation 3. Again he was promoted to manager, which is in the designation 4. So throughout his journey he was only promoted, so hence we are considering his name in the output result set. Next, in the employee C, what we see is that he had joined as an assistant manager, then he was demoted to agent. So we are excluding him also. And in the employee D, what we see is that he joined as an agent, he was promoted to assistant manager, again he was promoted to head manager. Okay, so here is a skip. He skipped the manager level, but then also he was promoted, it was never demotion. So we are considering him also. Now I hope the question is clear to you. We are going to solve it in a very interesting way using CT, lag function, and subquery. You can also pause the video and try it on yourself. I hope you can also solve this as well. So now moving to the solution. So if we want to see a consolidated view of the two tables, we can use a join on the position of the employee table and the designation of the designation table. So let's write the code. Select everything from employee table. Okay. Select everything from the employee table as E. Join designation table as D on E dot position is equal to D dot designation. Okay. Okay. So here we get a consolidated view of both the tables, and we see that the designation ID is also present, and the designation of the particular corresponding to the IDs are also given. Now to check whether an employee is promoted or demoted, what we have to check is what we have to compare is this present designation order with the previous one, right? So if the present designation order is more than the previous one, we will consider that it is a promotion. In this case the first employee was promoted to position 2. So if we can check, the present designation order is 2 and the previous one was the previous order was 1, so he is promoted. Now when it comes to row number 3, what we see is that the present designation order is 1 and the previous is 2. So the present designation order is lesser than the previous one, and hence is a demotion, and so we are not considering employee A. I hope this concept is clear to you. So in order to compare, we need to see the previous designation order and the present designation order. So the present designation order is given by this table, this row actually, by this column, and the previous one we need to find it using the lag function. Now what does lag function do? Lag function gives the previous value of a particular row, like depending on the lag value we are giving. So I will just write the function, and it will be clear to you. So lag function, it takes three parameters. The attribute over which we are going to use this lag function, in this case we are using the lag function over the attribute designation order. Okay, we are lagging it by one row, like we are finding the designation of the previous row, so we are lagging it by one row. And by default, if there is no value present in the previous row, like the employee A joins as a designation of clerk, so here the previous designation is none. So in that case, we are giving a default value as 0. I hope this argument structure is clear to you. Now we are giving a over clause. This should be done for every employee. So we are giving the partition value as partition by MP name, order by MP name. So the name of this particular row will be previous designation order. Okay. So like if I have to give you in a better view, I will say e dot star t dot okay, 1 minute, the designation order. Okay. Now see what happens. Okay. So now consider employee A. Employee A joined as clerk. His designation order was 1, and the previous designation order was by default 0, as I have mentioned it here. Okay. Now he was promoted to designation order 2, and the previous designation order is 1. Okay, so we are getting the previous designation order, and we see that 2 is greater than 1, that is it is a promotion. Okay, again in this case 1 is greater than 0, that is it is a promotion, like in not that sense, but it is a promotion kind of thing. Okay, again in the row number 3, what we see is that present designation order is 2 1, and the previous designation order is 2. So here the designation present order is lesser than the previous one, and hence it is a demotion. So we are not considering this particular employee. In this case, what we see is that employee agent B joined as a agent. Okay, and his resignation order is 2, and the previous one is 0, as he joined fresher as in this agent position. He was then promoted to assistant manager, whose designation order is 3, and the previous one is 2. So it is present order is greater than the previous one, so it's a promotion. And again the present order in case of when he was promoted to manager is greater than the previous one, and hence again it is a promotion. So all throughout his journey, it was only the promotions. So we are considering this. Now, in order to find those employees, I will just keep this code in the city part, city as this one. Okay, and then I will write the code. Like see, I need to get the employees. I need to get the employee name, right? So emp underscore name uh, from cte. Okay, from CTE. Now I will put the condition. Okay, I will put the condition now here. See this carefully. Where emp underscore name not in. I am not considering not in is like excluding. Not in is like excluding those employees who are demoted. Okay, not in excluding those employees who are demoted. So in the subquery, I will have to find those employees who are demoted actually. Okay. So what I will write is that select emp underscore name from CTE, where the designation order, the present designation order is, what happens is less than the previous one. Okay, so this particular subquery gives the employee that who were demoted. Okay, now my employee name set should not consider those employees who were demoted. Now if I run this query, you will find employee BBB and DDD. Like it is reporting, it is repeating. Why it is repeating? Because I have not used a distinct keyword here, so it is giving the name of all the employees who were actually being promoted. Now if I use a distinct keyword, I will get the preferred answer. Okay, as you see, I get the preferred answer. So if I had to explain this particular position, this particular code, I would like to say that in this we are excluding those employees who were demoted. Like if I execute this particular set of code in another way, like here, and then run this, what you see is that I am getting those employees who were actually what they were demoted. These employee A and employee C were once demoted in their journey. So in this particular section of code returns those employees that were demoted, and my employee name set should not consider these employees. Okay, so I am using the not in clause. I hope this solution is clear to you, and you can give your own solution also in the comment section. Thank you.